Eyewitness News, First at 4 continues.
The federal government reports the U.S. economy added 273,000 jobs in February. That's far more than economists had predicted. Leading the gains were new jobs in healthcare and social assistance, food services, and government. Meanwhile, the unemployment rate fell back to the historic low, 3.5%. The jobs survey was taken in the middle of February before coronavirus concerns shook corporate America. Many expect the March report will reflect the damage the virus has done on business activity. Well, the coronavirus isn't hurting Costco sales. The retailer is boasting growth in the latest quarter. That's largely because consumers are stocking up on cleaning products, food, and household essentials. Some shoppers have even been posting pictures of long lines at those Costco stores. Well, coronavirus worries continue, and lawmakers want workers to feel secure about their jobs. There's now a call from senators to protect employees and their sick time. Eyewitness News' Basil John reports from our Washington newsroom.
Friday, President Trump signed the $8.3 billion funding package Congress authorized to combat the coronavirus. But some in Washington worry that won't cover all the costs.
The $8.5 billion alone deals more with the healthcare side, not the economic side.
Virginia's Mark Warner is one of more than a dozen senators calling on businesses to protect and not punish employees impacted by the virus.
This is the right thing to do. It is the fair thing to do. I believe that most businesses will support this, but they need to send that message now before people are sent home.
In an open letter to industry groups, the senators asked employers to allow workers to stay home from work to care for themselves or a loved one without using sick time. They also asked employers to ensure their insurance plans cover virus-related treatments. Senator Tim Kaine says sick employees shouldn't feel pressure to come into work.
Employers should be telling employees, and we've certainly told our staff this, if you are sick, stay home until you are better.
Both Senator Warner and Senator Kaine say low-income employees is the group most likely to be sick on the job because they can't afford to stop working.
And if that low-income worker works taking care of your grandma at a nursing home or the maintenance at a hospital, that puts not only that individual, but all our families at risk.
The senators say they are confident employers will see the benefits of taking these steps for their business and the country. Reporting in Washington, I'm Basil John.
Well, the CDC does not recommend that people who are well wear a face mask to protect themselves from respiratory illnesses, including COVID-19. You should only wear a mask if a healthcare professional recommends it. A face mask should be used by people who have COVID-19 and are showing symptoms to protect others from the risk of infection. South Korea's President Moon Jae-in visited a mask production company as that country suffers from a mask shortage, resulting in hours of long lines just to buy the masks. The government started a ration-style mask supply beginning today, taking effect to prevent companies from hoarding them and people from buying several hundreds and thousands online. South Korea has the most cases outside of China. Now here's an updated look at the COVID-19 problem. Cases have surpassed 100,000 across the world. The death toll is nearing 3,500 people. Some silver lining here, though. More than 56,000 patients, though, have recovered from the virus. Cases in the U.S. are still climbing. Now at least 240. 14 people have died in the U.S. Nearly all of them were in Washington state. 8 countries and a cruise ship have more cases than the United States at the moment. And Wall Street still doesn't know what to do with the outbreak. All 3 major indices closed down again today. The Dow dropped another 250 points, and the S&P was down 51 points. NASDAQ was down 162 points. Coronavirus videos are flooding your social media feeds. Some of them may be helpful, but others confusing and even frightening, especially when it comes to what your children see. ABC's Becky Worley takes a look at what's being posted.
News about the coronavirus is everywhere. TV, radio, digital.
And if there's one thing we know about modern connected kids, if they're worried about something, they're going to search up more information on it.
And this can be beneficial or anxiety producing. Take this TikTok video. This Vietnamese dancer's catchy hand-washing video has almost 3 million views. and TikTok users across the globe creating their own coronavirus memes. And the World Health Organization posting its first ever video on the site. But there are also posts of people showing what it's like to be in quarantine. Funny for some, but kind of scary for younger kids.
My kids have heard a lot about the virus, and they just confided in me yesterday that they're not sure if school's going to close, and they're nervous that their grandparents are going to get sick.
So here's what the experts advise. Get in front of this. Know what your kids are watching and hearing. Let them know what's being done to keep them safe. Keep your information honest and simple. Validate their concerns and be available for questions.
Well, coming up on First at 4, the next vacation could be out of this world. Touring space ahead. And here on Earth, we have a great weekend ahead. Chief Meteorologist Wayne Hart has details and your 7-day forecast next. Stay with us.